There's one other piece of news that kind of blew up over the last week. We've obviously talked a lot about the Switch 2,
Yeah.
but all of a sudden a bunch of stuff started leaking out. And I don't know if it's any of it's confirmed, but apparently this thing might still come out this year.
Oh, I
So
didn't
I'm
hear
gonna go
that.
back to the until we hear from Nintendo,
Sure.
I'm just not gonna worry about it.
Everything's on the table. Yeah.
Until June passes, because June will confirm if it's coming out this year or next year.
Yeah.
And that's a month. Oh my God, that's a month away. That's really soon. That's insane. So did you see any of this news?
I heard about yeah, I heard about the main like physicality thing. And then like the technical details I start to get lost because I don't necessarily know how to compare them to the Switch we have now, but if can I say
Yes.
I did hear about the magnetic Joy-Cons, which is
Yes.
interesting.
So I was looking into it a little bit more. It sounds like it has like you can turn it on and off. So that thing is really gonna like really attack like okay, so we had the rails and those could easily I mean what people broke them
Yeah.
like and you had to do it the right way and
I
stuff.
almost broke yours night one.
That
Or
was
no, I guess that
hilarious.
wasn't the rails on the Switch. That was the weird like bumper things.
Oh, that was the weird bumper thing. I just love the idea of magnets. Like that just feels clean, and there's not like these pieces of metal or whatever sticking out.
Sure.
Um, but I guess maybe you can turn it on and off, so it just like easily detaches or like heavily
So you don't have to
connects.
like crack it off.
Yeah, so mag switches somebody mentioned. I don't
Okay.
know, but they're going to be bigger because it's an 8-inch screen, which I think we may have talked about before. That's massive,
What is the size of the Switch we have now?
like 6.2.
Okay. That's
That's
pretty good.
significant.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with like small screens, like that's a significant jump. And so,
And
go
it
ahead.
doesn't really this doesn't really matter, but like do you think they'll get rid of some bezel around the outside as well? So it's like mostly
I mean,
screen.
the OLED doesn't have bezel,
Oh, okay, cool.
so it's very clean. Yeah, my guess is that'll be really clean bezel. Because
Yeah.
if you have an 8-inch screen and then it's a lot of it's gonna be too big.
Right.
But so current Switch, I'm gonna ignore the OLED, is 720p 720p handheld, 6.2 LCD. There's obviously the OLED version, but everything else is the same. Slightly bigger screen. 1080p docked.
Okay.
The rumor is 8-inch 1080p handheld.
Nice.
That is gorgeous. And 4K docked,
Hell
which
yeah.
I'm assuming will use AI upscaling to get to that. Like, this is gonna be the greatest thing ever. You don't need more than that.
No. Except for
I
oh, except for maybe OLED someday. Like they'll come out with an OLED version of it probably at some point.
There is a rumor that there might be two SKUs. There
Oh,
might be an OLED and an LCD SKU.
is that weird? Is that a weird like
No,
difference to have at launch? Because are people really gonna
nah.
know the difference? Most people?
P- PS5 had the disc and the digital version for a price difference.
Sure.
Xbox had the Series X and the Series S for a price difference. If Nintendo can charge $100 more for an OLED screen, $50 more for an OLED screen, I'm paying it.
Yeah.
I waited like I give it to me like and I'm set for however long. There is one leaker on Twitter that's kind of been pushing the fact that like this isn't a next gen Switch, this is a half iteration.
Right.
Their comparison is from the DSi or whatever to the 3DS. To me, that's a full generation jump. I
Yeah.
don't care whatever technical whatever. Um, so we'll see. I'm fine with that. I don't think people will be upset.
I feel like the AI upscaling kind of closes that gap of like the next generation thing too, because it's like they made it more powerful, and then the AI will just trick you to think it looks even better than it does or needs to, you know? So that's fine. I think that's genius. They
Yeah. And
did less work than they needed to and developed this software process or whatever to make it better for them. That's awesome.
and that's what the PS5 Pro is rumored to be.
Yeah.
So this is clearly the way things are moving. And I think the thing I'm most curious about is like, do they have, I bet they do. I bet they have an update planned for the Zelda games, for all the first party games. I bet they will do patches to make Breath of the Wild run better, to make Tears of the Kingdom run better, to extend the life because they didn't do DLC.
Right.
The next Zelda game is going to take a while. I bet they have patches coming for it.
Patches and not like a remaster kind of thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't
What
think they
about
want to force that.
what about a Breath of the Wild remaster? Like people like to remaster games that just came out last generation or 5 years ago, you know, like people might buy that for another $70.
But we've seen the shift from that. So, for example, God of War 1 got a PS5 update
Yeah.
on or like Ghost of Tsushima got like a PS5 update. Like that is how we're moving now. Because it doesn't need more than that. We
Is
don't
it is it just Naughty Dog doing those like too soon remastered things then? Is it just them that are kind of being egregious about it?
Last of Us Part 1 was a straight up remake. And
Okay.
Last of Us 2 remastered
That.
adds like a lot of stuff. That added a game mode and like a whole bunch of other stuff. And it was only
Okay.
like a $10 upgrade.
Oh, really?
So
You didn't have
Nintendo
to
wants
buy
to
the game
charge
again?
no $10
Okay.
upgrade if you
Okay,
own it.
okay, okay. All right, fair.
Yeah. So I feel that like that's that middle ground. Nobody's paying $70 for the exact same game again. Like that's just not
Right.
happening anymore.
Right.
Um so but I think they'll release patches. I think other people will do that because it's also rumored your cartridges are going to be straight up backwards compatible. There'll be new cartridges that run for the new system, but it'll also work with the old one. But it's just perfect.
They
It's
really
just old
should.
school
They have
Nintendo.
to.
All the digital stuff will go. Get the cartridges going. I mean, it's still so advanced. Like, just keep this going for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
We don't need to go backwards. Like, I'm so excited for this thing, man.
Are the magnetic Joy-Cons, do they offer enough of a snap to keep that branding going?
I I bet it'll have yeah,
I
it'll
bet
have
they
something
do.
like that.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
the click that they have now for the Joy-Cons is obviously so like manufactured, but it's perfect. You know, like
They
it.
also play it digitally. It emits a noise
Yes.
too.
Yes. Right.
So they could keep that going.
Yeah. I'm excited.
I love that you called that out. Um, they're also rumored additional buttons. So you have the ZL, ZR, L, and R. There's a rumored third button being added.
Okay.
I'm assuming maybe like an under button. And then also another function button on one of them. So they're gonna add all kinds of new buttony things.
What's a
Button
function
blowout.
button?
Who knows? I don't know,
Uh,
like a home button
okay.
or
A
they
plus or a
remember they have
minus.
like yeah, oh yeah, plus or minus, capture. So
Right.
who knows what else we'll get.
Cool. Hell
I'm
yeah.
very excited though.
Yeah, me too.
Like, oh, Nintendo's gonna have a good showcase. We're gonna get Wind Waker and Twilight Princess remastered. I think there's a good. Oh my god, if they remake Ocarina of Time, I will die.
One
They can
day. They
forge
have to
this
eventually,
new.
right?
I think it's rumored that they're doing it. I don't know what anniversary we're coming up on. I think that's so. Mario was 96. That was like 98.